Rokel Commercial Bank, in collaboration with the Faculty of Accounting and Finance at the Institute of Public Administration Management, has on Friday, January 21st, 2022, held a first ever banking and finance seminar at the Freetown City Council New Complex held in Freetown. In a statement, the Managing Director, Rokel Commercial Bank, Dr. Ekundayo Walton Gilpin, said it is necessary to seek and also to develop a blueprint through which financial experts, technocrats, civil society, and ordinary citizens can communicate their ideas on how they envisage a Sierra Leone that is ready to embrace new growth parameters through innovation and digitalization of financial space.
Being financially included takes some tact. You need to understand what you're doing and what you're trying to do. So when we go out there and we open accounts, one key indicator of being inclusive is account penetration. We need to look at the account penetration, look at the transactional accounts, and what they do with the transactional accounts. At times, most of these accounts are open for salary earners, who may be low-income salaries, and they're forced to open these accounts because of where they work. So they come at the end of the month and take all the money out. So although we have a deeper account penetration, we have a cash economy operating in stealth mode in the background, because they pay the salary, they take the money out, go keep it at home, in the mattress, in the bag, in the pocket, or hide it somewhere until the end of the next month again. So what is critically important in getting financial inclusion to become really vibrant is understanding how the customers or the clients or the account owners utilize the facilities that the bank gives and not just opening the account. Another indicator is to see insurance take-up. We can also look at the savings potential, and we can look at financial intermediation. If these are not running side by side on an ascendancy, then inclusion is not really being impacted. The inclusion not only having accounts, but it's utilizing the products and services that the banking sector gives out.
David Mansare, a digital and financial professional and also the head of Orange Money, said this is the first ever seminar which have been hosted mainly by a financial institution like the Rokel Commercial Bank, and has been leading advocate for financial institutions and financial literacy in the country. He further stated that it is time when the bank itself has migrated into a more robust core banking system that has momentarily boosted its digitalization and expansion project.
The session today focuses on financial inclusion. But the last statistics that we have shows that financial inclusion rate for Sierra Leone is at 20%. But that data is dated way back 2017. And what that means is that only 20% of adults in Sierra Leone do have access to financial services. And that's terrible. Because the average in sub-Saharan Africa then was 40%. So we're like half of what is happening in other places. And what that means is that most individuals do not have access to finance. They can't save, they can't lend, they can't borrow from this institution. It means economic activities are limited. So that's what it means. Okay? Or do you know what is happening today? That picture has changed completely. Because at the end of 2021, Orange Money alone, I'm not talking about RCB Money, I'm not talking about Rokel Commercial Bank, I'm not talking about all the other banks. Our active base of people who transact in 30 days reach 1.5 million customers. That's massive. And that's 1/3 of the adult population. But that's just Orange Money. You have RCB Money, you have Rokel Commercial Bank, you have all the banks in the country. And by the time you put all of that together, I'm quite sure a financial inclusion rate would exceed 50%. That's my guesstimate.
Making his keynote address, the bank governor of the Bank of Sierra Leone, Professor Kerfala Kalon noted that it is necessary for financial institutions to be organizing such an event in order to raise the awareness of citizens about financial inclusion and financial intermediary programs. It further encouraged the Rokel Commercial Bank to be steadfast and continued to promote the financial inclusion in the country.
As the agency responsible for regulating the financial sector, the Bank of Sierra Leone is hugely interested in seeing true financial intermediation take place in this economy. As its governor, my approach to financial industry regulation has been to first allow the industry to regulate itself in such a way that the interests of all stakeholders are well served. While we are aware of regulations that have been imposed on excessive bank charges in other jurisdictions within the region, we have opted to use regulation as a last resort to achieve a lower interest rate spread and reasonable bank charges. The Sierra Leone Association of Commercial Banks will do its members a lot of good to review both the interest rate spread and bank charges to bring them in line with what obtains elsewhere in the region.
The program was claimed by the launch of the Rokel Herald magazine and also the launch of the Executive Master's Degree Program on Banking and Finance by the Institute of IPAM. For Star TV News, George Elliott Sam reporting.